YouTubers, this is Danny H., the actor who plays Rob and Brandon Blaine in Dead Soldier Productions, Revelations of Slade Kakos, and I am at Eclipse Dual Academy again to feature the good and the evil, aka Anthony M.
The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it in. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster.
Hey YouTubers, I'm Danny H., who plays Rob and Brandon Blaine, and I'm here with none other than Anthony M., who plays
Larthinox. And Leslie. And Slade. Hey everybody, as Danny said, I'm Anthony M. I play Leslie, Larthinox, and Slade. I'm 20 years old. I'm a junior theater major at Penn State Berks. We are Penn State. Yeah. So that's a little bit about me.
So, as we talked about in the last two episodes, obviously, this guy right here is the reason why I got in the show, and why Cora got in the show, aka Kate B. And the reason why Anthony got in the show is he's going to tell you right now how he got in the show and what his process was.
Okay, so I was on YouTube, and I was looking up the Seal of Orichalcos theme, because Waking the Dragons was one of my favorite seasons from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! So I wanted to see if they had the Seal of Orichalcos theme on YouTube, so I looked it up, and I see this thing, like, Revelations of the Seal of Orichalcos fan-made YouTube series. I'm like, what's this? So I clicked on it, I watched a couple of episodes, and I'm like, this is really cool, it's really cool that someone did this. And then I was reading through the comments on episode 2, and someone asked if they could be in the show, and Tyler was like, well, we're always looking for more people to be in the show. All we ask is that they have, like, a green screen and a camera. And I'm like, well, I'm kind of an actor. I could get a green screen. So I shot Tyler a message, and he came back and said, you are the first person to actually politely ask if you could be in the show and not demand to be in the show. So I started talking to Tyler, and then Leslie was created.
And after that, he's like, hey, Danny, because, again, he was an education major at first before theater major, and me being who I am, I messaged him saying, any advice you have, or any advice you need for school, what I can do to help, because that's how I am. And he's like, and I saw on his profile, he was an actor. I'm like, oh, you act? What's it? So I went on Facebook, and I saw it, and then his episode came out. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then Anthony's like, well, let me ask Tyler if you want to be there. I'm like, yeah, I used to love playing the card game. And then shortly after, Tyler's like, yeah, we could use someone to play Rob who would lose his soul the first duel. I'm like, you know what, sure, I'll die the first time I ever get act. And then shortly after that, Tyler them liked how my acting was, even though it was kind of bad, that episode. But they liked me as a person. They're like, you know what, we could use more characters, so let's bring you back. I'm like, well, let's see, my face is kind of recognizable. I'll be Brandon Blaine, the twin brother of Rob Blaine.
Yeah, our first couple of like episodes and scenes, I was still like getting used to the whole thing, how it was going. So like now that I look back on some of the earlier episodes, I'm like, wow, I was actually really terrible compared to how I am now. It's kind of funny. Like I do watch the older episodes occasionally, and I go back and I'm like, wow, like I was bad.
Yeah, we all had our bad moments. And like, if you saw my first episode with Anthony, which was episode 10, you can see all like the mistakes we did. Like, for example, like we filmed one scene and we had to refilm it again. So Anthony went from having no hair to hair. I went from having no facial hair to like a stubble. My shoes went from gray to black. Mm-hmm. The Seal of Orichalcos fell out of his dual disc, and then we made 2 clips of it, and Tyler still put that one in because he said he never got the other one.
Yeah, I sent both of those clips to Tyler, but he insisted that he only had the one clip, and I was like, okay, Tyler.
I'm afraid I don't have the clip that you sent me of it falling in.
Yeah,
So-
but funny thing is, not a lot of people noticed that. A couple of people did point it out on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, I dropped the card.
So technically,
Oops.
Rob never got sealed. No, I'm kidding. He got sealed. So, okay. So now we're going to answer your questions that Tyler nicely put on the Dead Soldier page so we can all ask this guy, and some to me. Mainly him, though, because this is his episode, and obviously you're all tired of hearing me talk probably right now.
It's all about me.
I'm kidding. So now Anthony's going to say the person's name if he can. Again, we apologize if any names are butchered.
Yeah.
So please don't get mad. And now we're going to start answering questions. So Anthony, go ahead. First question.
Okay, first question comes from Josh McFarland, and he asks, where does Larthinox's shadow magic come from? That is not a spoiler, actually, so I can answer that. Larthinox's shadow magic comes from, he's a shadow spirit. He's an embodiment of hatred. And he was essentially born in the shadow realm. So he's kind of like a shadow god, so to speak, that is inhabiting the body of a very nerdy teenage boy. So that is where Larthinox's shadow comes from. It kind of comes from his living in the shadow realm, and just it's kind of something that, like, came to him. Like, he has it. It's born within him. Like, it's not something that was, like, learned or, like, it's just, like, a natural, because, you know, he's just Larthinox. He just shoot shadow magic at you.
Next question. Ow, my eye.
Oh,
Read your next question.
okay, you want to cut that part?
No, I'll leave it.
You're a jerk.
It makes it funnier.
Okay. Our next question comes from Peter Lay or Lee?
Lay.
Peter Lay. Right, yeah. Danny H got you there. And he asks, what deck are you going to use in the series, and what kind of catchphrase would you choose? The funny thing is, originally when I was talking to Tyler about my character, I wanted to use Dark Worlds, because I was just getting back into the game. I had actually stopped playing after the original series ended, and Tyler told me about Dueling Network, and I didn't know what synchros were or any of that other crap they added, and I was like, Tyler, all these white cards are, like, beating me, and they're overpowered, and they have all these lame effects, and I don't know what's going on. Like, can you show me, like, an archetype or something that I can work with these new cards? So, because I was getting my ass kicked. So, I wanted to use Dark Worlds, and Tyler was like, well, I want to do custom archetypes. So, we can give you something that's kind of like Dark World, where it has very nasty effects, and that's where May Rias came from. And there is a point where the deck will change up a bit, but that's spoilers, so I can't say the name of the deck, but it was funny though, because when we were filming and Tyler wanted me to say the name of this new archetype, I was like, really, Tyler, really? Because like I had trouble pronouncing the names. It was hilarious. But yeah, and the kind of catchphrase I would choose, obviously my favorite, I am Larthinox. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
There's a couple of funnier ones I say later, but
yeah.
Like, my catchphrase would be, I am Larthinox. I'm surprised none of you asked me to do the pedo face, although I will be making pedo faces at you all through this episode, because, you know, that's just my signature face. I do a better pedo face.
I know.
The fans voted that.
I know. Next one.
Indeed. Okay, so Kyle Pielmeyer asks, when are we going to see Exodia in the series? That is a spoiler, but I will tell you that it is something that we are requested a lot to see, so since it's a big fan request, it may pop up in the series.
At some point.
Yes.
I'm not sure when,
it
though.
may pop up in the series. Tyler's gonna kill me.
Yeah, he is.
I don't care.
Next one.
Okay, so next question is from Azrael Darks
Cross.
Darks Cross. I don't know if like the X is like
Darks.
like
darts.
Yeah. Darks Cross asks, why did you choose to play Larthinox? So this is really deep, actually.
Put my computer down for this one.
When I started to,
it's true though. I put my computer down. Go ahead.
So when I started creating a character, Tyler was like, well, I'm usually flexible with your characters. You can choose whatever you want. And I'm like, oh, geez. Well, I want to play the Seal of Orichalcos, definitely, because that's cool. But I also want to be one of those guys that isn't entirely bad, kind of like Raphael. So he goes, so we started coming up with, who I could be. And I thought back to my childhood where I always got picked on in school. I was called names in school. I would come home from school every day crying. And I wanted to just, fight back so badly against those kids. But I knew that I was the bigger person. So the whole Leslie Larthinox thing is actually a paradox to my life. So Leslie is the bullied guy that got picked on, and Larthinox is like the evil dark side of me that wanted to fight back but was restrained. So this kind of is kind of like a, this is my darkness coming out, after all the years of getting picked on. I finally get to be the bad guy because I was always, the golden child, and now, I get a chance to, be the villain. So it's kind of fun, I like playing the villain.
I'm going to say one thing real quick. If we put a Star Wars reference to this, you can consider him Anakin Skywalker, and Larthinox is Vader.
I was the chosen one! Set out to help the Force not destroy it?
No.
Tyler's going to kill me for my butchering of
You
Star
were the
Wars.
chosen one! It said you destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness!
I hate you!
Okay.
Oh, I got that part right.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
That's very easy to remember.
Okay.
As you can tell, we're nerds, in our own way, and that's what we're awesome for. That's why we all get along on the set so easily. So,
yeah, we're nerds, but sometimes we need to talk through our nose and exaggerate our pitches so you get the Leslie voice. A lot of people ask me, is that your real voice?
It's not.
It's not. Well, it's not far off from my real voice, but, I kind of gotta talk through my nose.
He's a gender-confused nerd.
No nerd's gonna get hurt.
next question.
Okay. Marco Fino says, can't wait to see it. Awesome, dude. You're seeing it now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marco Fino. I can't talk today. I'm tired.
You got a shout out. That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Next comes from Ruari Edwards, and he says, how was Larthinox created, and why did Valtor need him?
Kind of explain a little bit. Let's
Yeah.
get more of the Valtor part now.
So he was a shadow spirit. Valtor sensed something was restrained within Leslie. That's why he showed up in episode 6.
I think it was
Episode 6.
Yeah.
That's why he showed up in episode 6. Valtor has this annoyingly uncanny ability to know everything. It's kind of annoying. But then again, Larthinox knows everything too, so
For the most part.
it's okay. It's okay. We kind of counterbalance each other. And he shows up because he knows that there's something inside of Leslie that he can use to his advantage to take down Travis. So he kind of comes in and, he does his manipulation thing because he's like Valtor. And he gets Larthinox to come out by getting Leslie to play the seal.
Sorry.
You cut off my response. I'm going to pimp slap you with a cane. Anyway, so you all know from the original series that the seal unlocks somebody's darkness. So that's why Larthinox came out. Leslie was able to contain him, but because the seal was activated, he kind of lost control and it brought out Larthinox. So that's kind of why Valtor needed him. He needed strong people, and being a shadow god, wouldn't you want a shadow god on your side?
Indeed. I'll read the next question for you, Anthony.
Okay.
Robbie Carpenter, do you have an awesome time doing this series, and what would you say are the greatest moments in doing this Yu-Gi-Oh series? Now, since we're already doing a lot, we try and pick it up a little bit so it's not like a 30-minute episode.
Oh, indeed. I have a great time doing this series. It's really fun. I enjoy doing it a lot. Acting is my passion, so when I saw this opportunity that Tyler gave me, I jumped right on it. Some of the greatest moments doing the series, I got to meet some really awesome friends. Yeah, I was referring to Tyler, but okay, you too. I got to go to Canada. I got to meet Tyler and all them, which was kind of funny because it was kind of awkward when we first met because we had been talking on the internet for 2 years prior to meeting in person. So when we first met, we all kind of stood around like...
It's like we knocked on their door. We rang the doorbell. We all just stand there. He goes to the door. He's like...
And then Travis is like, would you like to come in? So
we're like, look at each other.
Sure, and then we went down to the basement where the filming is. No, that sounds good. No,
That's where the green
the
screen
studio
is.
is down there. That's where the green screen is. So yeah,
But-
basement. Yeah.
Yeah, it may be awkward at first you meet someone, but obviously we all like after like 5 minutes of being awkward, it turned into like we all knew each other for like the longest time. So
And the first thing we filmed was a duel in the season finale, which it's not spoilers, so I can say it. You all saw this coming. Brandon versus Larthinox.
remember this trailer? I'm going to destroy you, Larthinox. Get revenge you did to my brother.
Show me how pitiful you are!
Mad face. Okay, so the next question is Zachary Brown. What's the whole backstory behind Rob, Larthinox, and Brandon? So we both can answer this. Obviously, if you saw in the one episode, the flashback when Brandon was reading the diary of Leslie, Rob and Leslie were roommates, and Rob helped him.
Indeed.
And so the other flashback, it was with Sky and Rob were together, and Cora and Leslie were on a date,
Indeed.
which didn't really go over well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was a fun scene to film.
It appears Leslie did not know how to work the ladies in that scene.
No, but so like they were like best friends, and like we can't really go too much into it because it's going to reveal more of itself as the finale comes out, and then for season 3, it's going to bring more into it. But you have a lifelong friend like that, and then something happens. So people were asking us, was it Larthinox that did that? Was it Valtor's doing? Did that's how Rob actually treat him? We'll find out soon.
Right, the story will definitely unravel itself. That is something that does need to be explored because that is actually a major plot point in Rob's character, Leslie's character. Like, that's a lot of what it,
And Brandon
entails.
never really hung out with those two when they hung out, so he doesn't no idea. So that's why I'm like, I never really hung out with them, so I don't know what kind of relationship they had.
Indeed.
Okay, let's see.
Andy Merrick says, is it hard to get in character?
No.
For me, no. It's funny because I did say I was the golden child and I was never the bad person, but I am so ready to get into character. Like, I'm just like, I'm going to destroy you.
He would come to my dorm room when I was still on campus in his Larthinox robe, his duelist on, saying, his glasses on, pulls him down like, let's go.
Indeed.
I'm just like, okay, let me go get changed real quick because I just woke up.
And a lot of
I told you I was
people,
coming at 11:30. Why are you getting up now?
and a lot of people on campus, I got a lot of like weird looks from people because I would walk around campus in my costume. I didn't care. You
Even
know?
after class, even in class, he'd wear his costume.
Yep.
Not the duelist though.
Yeah, that's one thing about us theater majors is we don't care. We don't care if we make a fool of ourselves. Like you just gotta,
A little harder for me because I want to be a teacher, so like it's more of making a fool of yourself in front of the kids is easier. But when you're not in school, and that's why. So.
Indeed.
But yeah, so it wasn't really too hard. Like my character's very similar to me, and obviously his is very easy to get into because Anthony always wanted to play a bad guy, and it's his chance. And he got after his first episode being in it, he got better and better every time. And like his laugh is phenomenal. I'm not gonna have him do it now though because my ears hurt.
And I don't want to puncture my lung.
Yeah, we don't want his RA coming down here yelling at him for 24-hour courtesy hours. So
Yes.
next question.
Jonathan O'Neill says, will there be a dark signer working for Zasheen? Would Travis, Brandon Blaine, or Silver use XYZ monsters, that are numbers?
Spoilers.
Those are spoilers, but I will say that numbers are also a request that we get often, and some other popular synchro monsters are a request, so you may see them later on. Tyler's so gonna kill me. I don't care. I don't care. Tyler, if you're watching this, I don't care.
Okay, let's see. Tim Barbone, shout out to you because you're friends with me on my Brandon Blaine account. What does the Scouter say about Larthinox's power level?
It's obviously over 9,000. Actually, it's totally over 9,000. It's probably at 1,000,000 in infinity.
There you go. Next one. Christopher Fields asks, what use for having Sacred Beast cards?
We did talk about using the Sacred Beasts at one point. They don't really fit into the storyline at this point. The plot really focuses more around the Egyptian gods. Valtor may get the Sacred Beasts at some point and like drain their power as part of his plot to cleanse humanity, but
I don't know.
I don't think we're really gonna duel with them in terms of like using them in duels. No, it's mainly the Egyptian gods and the Zero gods. Tengoku, Jigoku, what's the other one? Terra.
Terra
God,
yeah.
and yeah.
This one makes me laugh. Rourke Perry, what would happen if Cora Connors gave Larthinox a hug?
It's 3 o'clock.
Thank you, computer.
If Cora Connors gave Larthinox a hug, he would get that and then seal her soul.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tyler Wilding.
Wilding?
Wilding,
yes.
Why did Larthinox take Rob's soul if he and Leslie were best friends and the only one who wasn't mean to him after losing? Again, we kind of answered that a little earlier, so we'll find out in the finale or season 3. It's a big part and it will happen.
Yes.
Like, we even talked to Tyler. He's coming to America this summer, and we actually are going to film some more scenes, like some more flashback scenes for season 3, since we already filmed all of our regular scenes.
Yep.
So we're going to put in some more story stuff for the relationship between Rob and Leslie, and
definitely, yeah. There's a lot of backstory we can explore with that. So you'll definitely see that in the upcoming seasons.
Kermit Denny Bowen, how long have you played the game? Anthony, you want to go first?
How long have I played the game? Back in like 4th grade, people were coming in with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I'm like, what's this? Like, I'll be honest, I thought it was kind of dumb at first. Like, I'm like, what's with these dumb things? Like, you know, these look stupid. And then I came home from school one day, and I saw the television show, and I'm like, okay, this actually isn't that bad. I think they were like at the tournament at Duelist Kingdom by that point when I started watching it. I'm like, okay, this isn't really that bad. You know, and then I started buying the cards. My best childhood friend that I lived next door with, who is ironically named Rob, but that did not come with that. That did not come from that, although that is an irony that I now realize. Yeah, he got me into the game.
It was my best friend. He's Japanese, and he gave me 2 of my first cards, and it was the Arcana Dark Magician, which is Japanese, and the Blue Eyes with the gold writing, and he gave me 2 star chips from like the glove, and I started watching the show, and then started buying cards, and I haven't bought cards in a while, but I'm gonna break my not buying card streak this upcoming month because Waking the Dragons are coming to cards finally, and I can finally get to Myas and Critias and Hermos.
I'm buying a box of that for sure.
So am I. So that's money that's going to be well spent.
Yep.
So, next question.
Jason Schwab asks, I want to wonder as if Slade is either a member of Valtor's army trying to help anyone that he can, or is it neither? You will definitely find out about Slade in the beginning of Season 3. That's like one of the first plot points
the background story
you come across. But yes, there will definitely be info about Slade, for sure. Let's see here.
Robert Horrocks, 2 questions. Background story for May Riot's cards. What is May Riot's Zero Tenko God's effect? Well, we find out soon. You kind of answered already.
Backstory for May Riot's cards, I think they're all supposed to be based on, like...
Dark World, right?
Dark Fiends, or... They're like, it's like Dark Fiends and things like that. I don't remember exactly what Tyler said, but it's something along those lines. May Riot's Zero Tenko God's effect, you will see that. You will see that.
Whether the finale or season 3 or both.
Yeah, you will definitely see its effect.
Okay. James Andrew Robert Duke. Which actors took persuading to join and why? Let's see. The first one, well, we got Heather in, the one who plays Sky. That wasn't really too hard to get her in because me and her were friends before she met Anthony, and we introduced her to Tyler, and they were talking, so we kind of said, hey, we could use a strong female role, and Brandon and her are best friends, they have the same cards, so...
I would say the toughest person to get into the show was Kate at the time.
Yeah.
Danny and her were dating, and you know, the whole, like, you know, kind of like, I don't know if this is something we want to do together as a couple, or if this kind of want to be my own thing.
And if I get frustrated with her, we start fighting.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of worried about. Like, I don't really want to, like, kind of like, you know, like, sleep in your bed and eating it too.
Yeah.
But she joined them because Anthony, me, and Tyler were like, hey, we could use another character because we should have some more people at Duel Academy, so we got another person.
And plus, the fans wanted to see a lot of more female duelists, so that helped out. So, yeah. Push their boobs out.
Push the boobs. I saw my monster! They push their boobs together.
The screen's moving.
Okay, how did you join?
No. Next question comes from Eric Dalhoff, and he asks, would you be surprised if Eric, going by Alex Leonhardt, will be in Season 3 and will be using a Cartoon Heroes deck? Larthinox would be... Did I say deck? Okay, I said deck. Okay,
would you be surprised?
But I said something else.
Wasn't that Larthinox?
I would be surprised, and if it was addressed to Larthinox, he would probably be surprised too, and would say, "Ah, another person to make suffer."
And if Brandon found out like what hero, I'd probably be like, how can I trust you? Because everyone I seem to trust either turns bad or tries to steal my soul away.
You gotta earn the trust, dude. You gotta earn the trust.
It's very hard to earn trust.
Tyler Etel asks, how did you join Revelations of the Seal of Orichalcos?
We answered that early on. But
Yep.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yes, thank you, Tyler.
Chandler
Worley.
Sorry.
I sincerely apologize. I'm horrible with names.
Do you think Master Bellator should use the Orichalcos dual disc instead of the ordinary dual disc? Well, this is actually partially Anthony's idea for this one, because when we were in Canada, Anthony has the regular Battle City one, the Dual Academy one, and the Revelation or the
Chaos one, the Chaos dual disc.
I say everything Orichalcos Revelations.
He still has my dual disc actually,
Yeah.
and he took a picture of him with the dual disc on
for his cover photo.
And everybody's like, "Oh, sick! Valtor's finally getting the Chaos dual disc," and I'm like, "Bitch, that's mine." So
he'll be using it for some duels until he comes back down here and gives it back to Anthony. So plenty of time.
Indeed. Chandler Worley also asked, "What opening song are you using for season 3?" We honestly have no idea.
We don't even know what the song's gonna be for the finale.
Tyler doesn't like to tell us a lot of stuff. He'll be like, I'm afraid you will find out with everybody else.
I'm afraid you must defeat me in a duel to get such information from me.
And we usually kick his butt, so...
Sometimes.
I don't know why he challenges us.
Sometimes we get beat.
Sometimes.
And he'll feel bad and just tell us.
Well, when he's dueling Danny,
I
don't
use XYZs or sinkers. I use regular monsters.
I use Lightsworn, so I usually Judgment Dragon his ass.
Okay, Patrick, James, Luke, how did you guys get the idea for the show? I'm a big fan and I love the story, the characters, and the cards. Thank you. Well, you're welcome for first.
Tyler, I believe, also said his favorite season from the original was
Waking the Dragons.
Well,
he said that from the interview we never really posted.
Yeah, so it was more. Sorry about that interview, by the way. We tried to edit it, but the audio was really terrible, and you couldn't have heard us. That's why That's why this is kind of a a episode, and you're getting the chance to find out
episode we have
more about us. It probably will be the longest.
We're at 21 minutes into filming.
Indeed. But yeah, to answer your question, Tyler, that was his favorite season, so he wanted to do a story based on the Orichalcos, and I'm assuming he wanted to use it too because his character.
Anthony. Oh no, that's you saying thank you. Never mind.
Anthony Morano says thanks for all the questions, guys.
Well, that's you right there.
Okay. CJ Bruno says your character is awesome. Who's Larthinox going to duel next, and will he use the Orichalcos? Thank you. Larthinox is awesome.
At first I was kind of like, he's kind of weird, but obviously he grew on me because Anthony and I, we fight like brothers anyway, so it's kind of
like brothers.
We are
like closer.
Okay, back up. My comfort level. Anyway, we're like it's like a whole Revelations cast, like family. Like we talk on Skype all the time anymore now. Like Tyler and everybody, Lauren. So like we all like are a big group of people. We like to hang out with, and we all like act like we're family. So like.
Indeed. We fight like family.
Yeah. So. And we, from the trailer, you saw it's gonna be Brandon next, and he has a seal on his forehead. So obviously. Seal's gonna be played.
Yep,
so
the seal will be played. And I also did post a spoilerish cover photo on Larthinox's account asking, is it Larthinox getting sealed or is it him activating the seal? We'll have to see because, obviously with the Orichalcos in play, that's pretty intense. It's either going to be Larthinox or Brandon.
And my picture on Brandon Blaine is me with magical hats, so obviously I'm playing magical hats with Dark Magician.
The anime version.
Because,
so let's face it, the Konami version just sucks.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. Brandon Blaine says, ask some questions for me too, so I don't just sit there awkwardly.
Just so you guys know, you can add that. That's my Facebook account that I use for Revelations, because I'm fresh. I can't have people adding me on my professional account because it's teacher and everything like that. So add me Brandon Blaine account, and I'll answer questions when I can.
Larthinox McFadden puts a pedo face.
And okay, so let's see. Chandler Worley again. Brandon, why is Dark Magician your favorite card? Well, that was always my favorite card growing up because that was I love magic. So he was always my favorite card, and the whole background story of DM from the show with Yugi was phenomenal. It's like the servant of the pharaoh. He's like his most trusted bodyguard, and again, it was one of my first cards, even though it was the evil one. So that's why I like it so much, and that's why I begged Tyler to have him in as Brandon's deck, because when I was gonna be Rob, I'm like, Rob's gonna lose, so I don't really want to have that card in my deck against Larthinox with Rob. So he let me do it, and that's why Brand's deck is kind of like, it's very similar to Yugi's, like in some parts. I'm not gonna tell you what cards because that's spoilers, but like obviously Summon Skull,
Spoilers.
Dark Magician, and stuff like that. So next question.
And we get our some of you are also have asked about the models. Some of them come from World of Warcraft. How would you say that? Skins or like
skins and templates, stuff like that.
templates, yeah. And
the Yugi, the actual monsters from the show are from
Falsebound Kingdom, the GameCube game, really good game.
Yeah, I might buy GameCube for $29 and start playing it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So we get the models from there, but if we can unlock the models, because sometimes they're hard to get.
CJ Bruno for Brendan Blaine. Yay! Okay, do you think that we could see some romance blossom between the characters, such as Brandon and Sky or Brandon and Cora? Maybe even someone for Travis to train, even a hero like him needs somebody to love. Well, originally we had something like planned like that. Like they were like, oh, let's have Cora and Brandon get together. That's why, like in the date scene in the flashback, Cora's like, so Sky, where's Brandon? And stuff like that. So like,
indeed,
me personally, I never really wanted to have like a female companion on the show, like a girlfriend on the show, because it's kind of weird in my opinion. Like, oh, be careful. Oh, thanks. Ah. No. And obviously Sky and Rob are close, so we might do some scenes like that, like some flashback scenes, but not sure about that one yet. And Travis is awesome, so we need to find and get him a girl, because why would Travis Trini not want to have a female companion? He's at his Carlos, though. So maybe some bro on bro. No, I'm kidding.
Fangirls. Eee!
Fanboys. Eee!
Max White says, if you could swap characters with someone, who would you pick?
Anthony.
I would swap with Carlos because that would just be a hilarious role to play.
All improvisation the whole time.
Oh, totally.
That's all he does. He doesn't have a script.
He doesn't have a script. He writes his own lines.
He says it on the spot, and that's why Tyler and Travis are like just accustomed to it. Me, I would say either Valator because I love doing the Tyler voice, which I did half this interview already, or Phoenix because like I feel like he's a badass. And, like I swore. Oops. Just the fight scene he did with Elysius in the one episode, and like he's just like a silent killer. I feel like it'd be cool to play him.
Danny is coming Friday. Jared Levon says, did you have any say in the decks you both are using?
Yes.
Yes and
no.
Yes and no. We basically tell Tyler like an idea of what we want to use. So, for example, I said, I want something that's mean like Dark Worlds. They have nasty effects that destroy things. And Tyler's like, okay.
And I want something like Spellcasters and Fiends. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
But, like, the one card I want to put in my deck, we're probably not going to have in the deck, though, so I'm going to give you a spoiler that won't actually be a spoiler, is I want Secret Village of the Spellcaster in my deck, but it'd be really hard to do the effect unless we aren't green screened. Yeah. And obviously we can't do green screen anymore because we're not in Canada anymore.
Right.
So that's one card I want in my deck. But.
Okay, so for Larthinox, did you help create the Mayrias archetype? No, I didn't. That was Tyler's creation. I don't know where he comes up with these names, like pentacle monsters. Like, where do you come up with this
It's
stuff?
Tyler.
Tyler.
His mind is very,
It's weird.
Brandon, does your deck solely focus on Darvision, or will you be adding related cards like Dark Eradicator, Warlock, the Mega Evolution, and Magician of Black Chaos? Well, I wanted to put like some cards in my deck, which I'm not sure if Tyler did it. I forget the scripts from season 3. Actually, like some I know, but some I don't. And some cards, like the next duel I have a card that's very similar to Breaker, the Magical Warrior, but we changed the name and have different characters. So a lot of our cards are very similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but just different names.
Yeah, because sometimes it takes a while for Tyler to make a monster from the game. That's why we don't really use the actual monsters, because it takes days just to make one monster, and like to be on screen for 30 seconds and to just get blown up, it would take so much time. It would take like 6 months to edit one episode.
And then you all be like, where's the next episode?
Yeah, it's a lot of editing, like when he like puts movement to it. Like if he was using the
archetype or the templates from others, like if he had a template.
No, if he was using like the things like they did in Card Heroes when they had like the hologram type things.
Okay.
That would take less time to edit.
But
yeah.
It's Tyler.
But for his style, he does the 3D animated type things, so those take a little longer because he's got to put bones in them. Like one time he was putting bones in Dark Magician Girl. That's so wrong.
Oh, he had some bones, all right.
Okay, next question. Let's see here. And looking forward to the next episode. Yes, we will definitely. You'll definitely see us in the next episode.
Yes. Trust me.
And that's not a spoiler. We're in the next episode.
And you're gonna like it.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're gonna
good.
Discover some new things.
Lauren Dale says, "Do you like your Do you like that your characters have two sides to you?" Yeah, I think it's interesting because like I said, I'm playing two different sides of me. Like I was always the golden child, so now I get to be somewhat different and uncharacteristic of how I would normally behave. So yes, it's very interesting. I like that.
It's kind of like he's walking in the shoes of the bullies from the past.
Yes.
So, and since you have plenty of experience, like you say, like when you were younger, you've experienced how they act, so now you can put that towards your role now. So, like as I always say, you always get right into a role before you play it. And obviously, Anthony did his homework because he had personal experience with it, which it stinks they had personal experience with it. But look at how much of a good actor he is now. So obviously, we go through our hardships to make it better in the long run.
Yep. Let's see here. To both of you, if you were in charge of...
Jared Levone.
Jared Levone says, to both of you, if you were in charge of the series, how differently would it have turned out?
Anthony, you go ahead first.
If I was in charge of Revelations, I would be I would be the protagonist, of course. It would be mostly about me, not to stroke my ego, but
ego boost activated.
I know. I like to if I was in charge of Revelations, and I'm not saying that Tyler doesn't do this, but my style is story, characterization. I would kind of do it kind of like what Tyler does, because he does like to develop his characters, tell a story. A lot of people are like, oh, you guys are always talking too much, blah, blah, blah. There's not enough dueling. The dueling is really used as a plot progression type thing. It's not meant to be the main focus of the thing. We try to tell the fans to keep in mind that we're trying to tell a story.
Yeah.
We're not just trying to, copy the show. And even in the show, there are plot episodes. Sometimes duels take 5 episodes because there's plot and there's character development, and so
we had one of those for season 1 finale with the Carlos and Travis duel. That was like 5 episodes, and that was pretty cool. Like the whole how they went from start to finish in their friendship kind of thing, and it almost was ended because of the Orichalcos. Yeah. And for me, I think Tyler did a phenomenal job. Like Anthony said, Tyler is amazing at what he does. We both got to write scripts so far for the show, which mine's the next episode. Not a spoiler, because it is. And Anthony and I actually collaborated on working on the flashback duel between Rob and Leslie. Anthony gave me the initial idea, but he was in class, and I was not done student teaching. I just wrote it. And I put some monsters that we already had in there, so it would be less editing for Tyler. So, we both love writing. I love writing stuff now because of Anthony and because of Tyler. And, for me, I probably would want more duels, but I know how much it is time-consuming for editing and filming, and then filming the feet, filming the space, falling over. But, I love how Tyler did, the story, bring the characters in, develop the characters, have the duels when it's necessary, have the talking when it's necessary. He would balance everything. Mine would probably be not as good as his, but maybe in the same direction as his, because I'd doing the same thing. So obviously Anthony and I, we put ourselves together, probably like Tyler almost.
And it is a lot of work. You guys don't realize this, but the kind of behind the scene type thing for behind the scenes is when you see a scene, that scene was shot 3 times from 3 different angles.
Yeah.
It gives Tyler more stuff to work with. So each individual clip, it was filmed 3 times. One from a front, one from a side, and one from this side, maybe a behind shot, just to give us different different flavorings, different interesting angles, so it's not always so vanilla. I'm gonna do a front scene of me talking. Now we're gonna pan camera to front scene of you talking.
You ready? Now I'm talking. Now we're gonna pan over to Anthony. And he's pedo face. Oh, he didn't pedo face. Never mind. But the one thing I think the hardest thing about the 3 different camera thing we did was when we were in Canada, we had an improv scene. All of us had to do an improv scene with Sid and who plays Carlos, and with Travis, who obviously plays Travis. And
Travis plays Travis?
I know, isn't it a conspiracy?
No, it's a conspiracy!
I think the hardest thing was trying to remember, we improvised it, so having had to do it 3 times from either camera on me only talking, camera on Travis only, and then camera on both of us, was so hard to remember the lines we did.
Yes.
I feel I kept messing it up, and I was oh, it was great, don't worry about it. But I probably
it was so good. It was heartbreaking because it was so good. We would do an awesome improv scene,
and that's do it
and
again.
Then Tyler was like, "Now I want you to do it again,
but only on Travis." Wait, what? But
why? But why? But why?
And I know some fans were asking me are there gonna be fights, more fight scenes. Can we give it away, or is that spoiler? Kind of not.
I mean, you know.
It will develop in season 3. Let's just say that. There'll be some more fight scenes. Like, not just
Oh, that fight scene. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about a different fight scene.
No, a few of them. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, indeed. The ones in season 3.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And, like, Tyler's working hard right now, guys. I know you all are impatient like we are. We filmed this. The next episode coming out, we filmed it last end of March, early April.
Right.
So, like, it's almost a year since the episode's going to be
Been pretty. It's going to be pretty much a year for us. I can give you an update on where Tyler is in the series. Episode 28 is done. Episode 29 is done. I don't know if it's the right order number, but right now he's editing Larthinox versus Brandon. He's doing the Ori Calcos forehead scenes, which they are very time consuming.
And we did it. He had to put a dot on Anthony's head so he could motion track it the whole time Anthony would move.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time consuming, and, like, obviously you're going to be really kicking yourself in the butt later when you see how awesome this finale is for waiting so long.
Tyler even said the other night that this was, like, the most intense, like, action that he's ever done in a movie, and he feels like that the season 2 finale are going to be, like, literally the best episodes that we've done thus far. So it really is worth the wait. It really is. Believe me, we're waiting too, because we don't get to see the finale before everybody else. We have to wait until Tyler releases it to you guys. So we don't know how it's going to look all put together. No. We just know what we filmed. And
there were some cases, like when we were in Canada, after we filmed a scene, Tyler would show us the clip with music playing in the background, what he thought he wanted to use for it. Mm-hmm. That's the most we get to see.
Yeah, we don't get to see any fully edited things. And if Tyler does show us something, it's not fully 100% edited.
So it might be like no music in the background, or
we'll still see the green screen
and his basement.
Didn't put in
yeah. So, but that's that pretty much. Like, we know you guys are upset. You want the episode to come out.
Yes.
If we could release them once a week or once a month, we would do that in a heartbeat. And obviously Tyler is the one who does all the editing himself, and he has a life too. So we can't just ask him to edit time and time again every day from waking up to going to bed, because
Indeed.
That wouldn't be fair to him. Also, some actors haven't filmed yet, some scenes. So once they get together with Tyler, they can start filming some scenes. We're not gonna say any names though, because we're not like that.
No,
we're not gonna pull Kate from last episode and go Sid. Well, no, it wasn't Sid though. Sid's actually
no,
but
scene. Like you're. I'll tell you when we're done.
It's a joke.
Yeah, like, we're all buddy.
Yeah. It was just, I thought it was funny when she did that last episode, because like we were all laughing about that afterwards, and Sid even said, "Why'd you throw him under the bus like that, mate?" So like, obviously he filmed a scene a few weeks ago. But like,
so I know that it's like this episode has been almost 40 minutes, but there is one more thing we have to talk about before we end the video.
And this is going to be something awesome. So sit back and relax right now, if you already are or not. And so you're all thinking right now, oh man, I really love Yu-Gi-Oh! Series on YouTube. And this guy right here is now writing his first series with help of all of us a little bit. Like, not help, but more like us wanting to be in it. And you're going to see me in it as his best friend in the show. And Tyler
as the villain.
Obviously. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And if you guys remember Tess from the episode, the girl, the ninja, she is also in the show. She's the other person in our trio.
Yes.
And Anthony, you can talk about it. It's your show. I just wanted to give the little...
Okay, so, as Danny said, I'm writing a script for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. This is my first, like, movie project. I've always wanted to do, like, movie projects on YouTube. I've tried doing a Legend of Zelda movie. I've tried doing different things, and I never find enough people to do this shit. So, I'm trying to get my films going. So I said, why not do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series? And, it's going to be called Dominion of Darkness.
And at the end of the video, I'll have a poster of the one I made for him. So, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. It's set after the original series ended. We are descendants of the main characters. Danny's character is
Jesse Wheeler,
the son of Joey and Mai.
And Yugi Moto was his, like, training. So his cards will have DM in it, Red Eyes, and Cyber Harpy.
Yeah, my character is not a descendant from any particular character. I am the main protagonist, Tony Steven. No, I'm not Tristan. Shut up.
Dude, Devlin.
yeah. I'm gonna have sexy back playing every time I walk. No,
and girls.
yeah, there you go.
I should have been his descendant. Anyway, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so Tony Stevens, my character, and then Lauren, the girl that plays Tess in the series, she will be Aaron Kaiba, Seto Kaiba's daughter. So it's an interesting kind of thing, and what's happening is the Shadow game is returning. The villain, played by Tyler Sargonius, is trying to resurrect. What did I call him? Galgameth or something like that, like the Great Shadow Lord.
Sounds like something from the Smurfs.
Yeah, something like that. And so basically, it revolves around the things where Tony must find, and his friends, of course, must find the demonic artifacts, which are basically like evil versions of the Millennium items. Because as we all know, the Millennium items don't exist anymore; they're gone. They were buried when Zork lost.
Same with what's it called? God cards, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. So Tony and his friends must find the demonic artifacts and destroy them before they're used to resurrect the Shadow Lord. But the thing is these demonic artifacts, they resonate evil, and they have the ability to corrupt anything good that touches them, or they have powers that are similar to the Millennium items. So there's going to be corruptions, betrayals, maybe a little bit of romance, depending on what happens. I don't know.
So it's kind of like the Sealed Warrior Calcos a little bit.
A little
It brings
bit,
out the
yeah.
evil within. Or just turns you evil. Like, obviously, Raphael was pretty good, but then the Warrior Calcos kind of corrupted his mind. And he came back from it, obviously. But
Well, we've blithered for about 40 minutes now, so I think
they're okay with this, though. I think they're enjoying this video.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I'm a fun person. I mean,
Yeah.
And
And
I wish I could blither all day, but
And like, look, we're gonna try and have to start filming very shortly with me being away and like at home and working a lot now. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and come back when I can, and we're gonna try and plan stuff to start filming. Like Anthony has like almost the whole first season done, right?
yeah.
And we're gonna start filming it, and then Tyler's gonna help edit it. It's not gonna be like his show though.
Yeah, we're going to use the holograms. It's just a lot easier.
So we could probably have them come out a lot quicker. So
Those ones will definitely come out quicker. Yeah, probably like, I don't know, two weeks. Every 2 weeks, they'll probably
if we
be
can,
enough. If we
obviously
can.
with
Yeah.
college and editing.
I'm going to be a senior.
and I could be teaching next year. And if I move to some other state, it'd be really hard to start filming. So I had to try and get some done now, unless I buy a green screen, put it in my new apartment I get if I move somewhere.
Yeah.
So this is Catching Up with Revelations, guys, and this episode was called The Good and the Evil. And obviously we have the good and the evil right here in one person. And to end the episode, we're going to ask him to do his pedo face. Give us the best pedo face you can possibly give into the camera.
Pedo face.
Sorry, your Larthinox
I'm not.
face.
I'm not familiar with pedo face. Is that the one where I kind of go like?
And you want to say anything to the camera one last time?
Indeed. I'm going to steal all of you. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'm not going to do the laugh. It just
Okay. So again, I'm Danny H. I play Robin Brendan Blaine.
And I'm Anthony M. And I play Leslie, Larthinox, Slade, and any other random diddlings that Tyler wants me to do.
And I might be too. So thanks again for watching, guys. And I'll try to do that episode eventually. Maybe I'll even, if I can, interview Sky Silver, a.k.a. Heather M. Get another girl on the show. And so you know, when Tyler and Travis come down here this summer, I'm going to do a sneak peek of them too. I'm going to interview both of them so we have our interview finally. And also, this is something I know a lot of you guys were asking about. When we film our scenes this summer, I'm going to film behind Tyler so you can see
Glare. There we go.
Okay, it doesn't matter if it's glare. So I'm actually gonna have a scene like when, let's say, Anthony's acting or something. I'm gonna film Tyler filming him, so you actually get a point of view of how we go through the filming and everything like that.
They have to see the directing process.
Yeah, and also, guys, any new characters? We're not sure yet. It's Tyler's thing, so if he posted on there saying, "Hey, this person's joined the show," awesome. But like, we can't say someone's gonna be in the show and they're not, because you need a good camera for one. You need a green screen. You need a dual disc, and like obviously phones or little cameras are not gonna be good quality.
Right, and it's really not really our place to like be like, yeah, you can be in the show. Like it's really Tyler's thing.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I don't have like if someone's like, hey, is there any room? I don't have a problem mentioning it to Tyler, but
we can't just say
we don't have control over like who gets added to the show. That's not That's not our department.
We appreciate all the fans in the show. You
Definitely.
guys are awesome. You guys are very nice to us when we talk on Facebook. I apologize if I'm not on all the time on my Brandon Blaine account. Obviously, work and school and stuff like that has been going on. But we do mention all of you guys, and we're happy the ones who asked questions tonight, or today, whatever you want to say. And look
Tonight,
out.
there's sun coming through the screen.
Look out for goodies and stuff. Like, I've been talking to Tyler about maybe getting, like, shirts made up, and, like, we'll PayPal them and stuff and send them to you guys. And maybe even, like, do autographs. Like, obviously, we'll put, if you guys get a shirt, we'll obviously put an autograph with the shirt. It's not a problem at all going to Walmart and getting a picture of ourselves with our dual disc on and signing it.
I think Tyler needs a little, like a little incentive type thing. So, if you would want a shirt or any type of merchandise type thing, maybe like leave a comment saying, hey, you know, I would totally get, you know, like a Travis shirt or a something.
It'd be more like just saying like Dead Soldier Productions with
oh yeah, like
that's it.
I would totally want like a Dead Soldier Productions shirt.
I designed one already, but like obviously my dad does it on the side, so I can see about prices and stuff like that. And if I get enough people saying they want one, we can start going with this. And obviously the money's not going to go to. It'll be like the normal price, and maybe if I charge $5 extra, it'll be for the shipping process. Because if you're living like Canada or something, it'll be a little more money to send it than
Of course.
to like a town over from my house. So we're gonna stop rambling now because
Yes.
that's enough for a lot of time. So
Jeez, chatterbox.
there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, that was a lot of questions.
So-
I appreciate it though, and like when I did this episode, I felt bad because I know there were questions you guys wanted answered, and I said, Tyler, can you post that I'm going to be in the next episode? I would love to answer their questions.
And
I kind of felt
then
bad.
the
at
Anthony
the
M
end.
fan club came out, and everyone wanted questions from him, but not from me. Ow. Just kidding, guys. Well, anyway, thanks again for watching, and hope you love the finale when it comes out. Hopefully, the next month or so we can start them if we have time.
Or
again.
two,
or
three,
or end of summer,
four,
or next
5.
year, or
Yeah.
5 years from now.
Yeah, 2020. No, that's
No,
God,
we're
no.
kidding. We're kidding. So
All right.
anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and keep up on Facebook and vote on the tournaments and stuff like that, and check out our meme page because we are both contributors on it. So,
Yeah, keep checking the fan page for updates. Tyler, when you see, there will be another trailer. So when you do see that other trailer, it's probably going to be like a week from that point.
He's going to post the actual date of the release in the new trailer, which it's not coming out yet. So
It's not coming out yet.
Don't think we're giving you like, oh, it's coming out soon. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's whenever
It's probably going to be another couple months.
Once
honestly.
once he's done with the finale, he's going to make a trailer from all the scenes from the finale, and then release a trailer. It'll be probably like a 2 to 3 minute trailer, not like the teaser trailer.
Oh my gosh, this video is so long.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna get off now. Thanks again for watching, guys.
Bye, guys.
I'm Danny, and this is
Anthony M.
Thanks for watching.